Welcome back, everyone. Kevin Stanford again, coming with another video for Team Prosper. What we want to talk about today is called PS3. PS3 is sort of like the video game, and you definitely want to play it, but you want to play to win, okay? PS3 stands for piquing someone's interest, sharing or showing the information, and last but not least is the three-way call. Why is this important? It goes back to promotions and inviting. One thing I know for sure, if you do not promote your business, no one would know about it. You didn't get into the business to be into the coffee secret service agents, right? So we must share this opportunity with people. And we also want to master how to invite someone to take a look at this advantage and allow them to do the same thing that you're doing, which is building generational wealth for your family. Okay, so what I want to do is talking about pique. There's two ways that we pique interest. We pique people's interest by sharing the coffee, okay? And we also pique people's interest by sharing the opportunity. What I'm going to do is bring up someone, Mr. Rashard Smothers. Come up, please, sir. And I'm going to pique Mr. Smothers. I'm going to use the coffee, the 4 questions, as a way of piquing his interest, okay? So let's just say that Mr. Smothers and I were at the gas station. He and I just getting some gas, and I see him, and I'm just starting a conversation with him, okay? Hey, man, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, man?
Man, I am absolutely outstanding. Lovely day, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good out here. Nice out here.
I mean, man, it's just wonderful, just wonderful. Hey, let me ask you a question. Maybe you can help me out with something.
Okay.
I'm not from around here, but I actually partner with International Gourmet Coffee Business.
Oh, wow, really?
Man, absolutely. It's been amazing for me and my family. And one of the things that we're doing is we're giving away free coffee.
Really? Free coffee?
Absolutely, as a way of expanding our business and gathering a customer base. Let me ask you a question. Do you anyone you know drink coffee or tea at least on occasion?
Absolutely. My mom drinks it. I drink tea. We all love coffee and tea.
Really? So,
yeah.
so how does your mom drink a coffee? Black or with cream and sugar?
Drinks it with a little cream and sugar.
A little cream and sugar. Any particular brand that your mom drinks when she drinks a coffee?
Usually drinks Folgers.
Folgers. Let me ask you a question. Has Folgers ever paid your mom for drinking or referring to coffee to somebody else?
Usually it's the other way around.
That's what I kind of figured you was going to say.
Yeah.
Well, Rashard, what I would like to do is introduce you to the coffee that pays. Now, what I would like to do is give you a couple of free samples for you and your mom to try. And what I'd like to do, if it's okay with you, is give you a follow-up call tomorrow sometime. Okay. And I just want to know, how did y'all like the taste? And how did it make you feel? Is that all right?
That's fine.
Great. Rashard, what's the best contact number outside of home and work?
That'd be 504
504
908
908
3480.
3480. Ladies and gentlemen, I call right then and there. Let his phone ring. Rashard, lock me in. Kevin with the coffee.
All right, cool. Got you, Kevin.
Hey, Rashard, let me ask you a question. What's going to be the best time in the morning or afternoon to give you a call?
Probably in the morning time.
In the morning, what's a good time tomorrow morning?
Right around 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, Rashard, I definitely appreciate it. I'll give you a call tomorrow at 8, okay?
All right.
Absolutely. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. You just simply have the conversation, break the ice, and then you kind of lead into the 4 questions. And notice I told him that I have my own International Gourmet Coffee business. Okay, so he knows why I'm asking the questions that I'm asking, okay? Easy enough? Great deal. Now what I want to do is bring up someone else, and I want to show you how I pique a person's interest with the business opportunity. Gordon, would you come up, please, sir? Okay, now let's say that I'm out again. I'm maybe at the mall shopping or whatnot. One of the things that I do is I look for people that something draws them to me. It may be the shoes, it may be the shirt, maybe the belt, maybe the way that he's dressed. And what I do is find something that I can genuinely compliment him on to break the ice, okay? So let's just say that I actually like the shirt that he has on. So if I saw him, I would say, you know, excuse me, sir, if you don't mind me asking, do you have a business card or what type of business are you on? Because you just kind of strike me as a business owner.
Actually, I'm a retired police officer.
Retired police officer. Really? How long were you on the force?
20 plus years.
20 plus? How long you been retired?
A little over a year now.
So what are you doing every day, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, actually, I give away free coffee.
Okay, now he ain't working with me. Seriously, y'all, that's not what I was looking for. But again, okay, so what do you do every day now?
Now I just sit at the house.
Sit at the house. Well, I'm going to tell you, the reason I asked is because I recently partnered with the International Gourmet Coffee Business. and we're always looking for some sharp, business-minded professionals, kind of like what you struck, kind of like what you struck me as. Let me ask you a question. Knowing what you now know about Starbucks, if you honestly had the opportunity to go back in time and invest in a company, would you have done it?
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, I believe what we have our hands on is going to be even bigger. When would you have about 20 to 30 minutes today that you could simply evaluate some information and give me your honest opinion about it?
I'll be home in about 20 minutes. So
About 20 minutes? Well, I tell you what, I'm going to give you a call if it's okay with you. What's the best contact number? Outside of home and work?
No.
Well, you're not working anymore, so what's your... Okay, that'll...
360
Okay.
4323.
I'm dialing it. Okay, go ahead and lock me in. Kevin with the coffee, okay?
Okay.
And by the way, do you anyone you know drink coffee to this on occasion?
Absolutely.
How do you drink it? Black or with cream and sugar?
Cream and sugar.
A particular brand that you like when you drink your coffee?
Nah, it's just whatever my wife brings home.
Has your wife ever brought home a check in addition to the coffee for drinking it up?
No, she hadn't.
But I tell you what, after you hear this call today, I believe we're gonna be able to help you with that, okay? So here's a couple of free samples to try while you're listening to this information, okay?
All right.
I'll call you in about 20 minutes.
Thank you.
All right. Guys, that's it. Find something to compliment them on. Break the ice, and again, I let them know that I have a coffee business. I let them know that before I hit them with the Starbucks question, okay? It's picking with the coffee, and that's picking with the business opportunity, okay? The next thing I want to talk about is show and sharing. One of the things, if you notice, I got a scheduled time to follow up with them after drinking the coffee with the 4 questions, and I also had a scheduled time to share the information with Gordon, which is in 20 minutes. Now, when I call him, I'm going to call him up and just ask him, was this a good time? Did he still have those 20 to 30 minutes? He says, yes. Write this number down. Okay, and I'm going to give him the number, depending on what time it is. If it's right around where we have a live opportunity call, I'm going to put him on a live call. If not, I can give him the website, ogshow.com, and tell him to click on presentation. Or I could give him it mustbethecoffee.com, or I could let him listen to the on-demand call. See, again, it's the system, and it allows me to leverage various ways of sharing the information with him. Okay, so I'm going to let him take a listen to the call, and then what I'm going to do, 20 to 25 minutes later, depending on which way I allow him to do it, key thing is know which way that you are going to send him to. If you're going to put him on the website, know it's going to be about 30 minutes. So you tell him you call him back 30 minutes later. If you put him on an on-demand call, and the on-demand call is 20 minutes, let him know you call him back about 25 minutes later. Okay? Now, once you call them back, what you're going to do is kind of ask a couple of questions, because that goes into our 3-way call. Okay? You're going to ask them a couple of questions. Hey, Gordon, did you get a chance to take a listen to the entire presentation? Why am I asking? Because sometimes people get disrupted. They may not look at the whole presentation or listen to it, and you don't want to put them on a 3-way call until they've seen or heard the whole entire presentation. But he says yes. What I'm going to do is ask him, what was it that you liked best about what you saw or heard? Whatever it is that he says. If he says, well, man, I love the fact that it's coffee and everyone drinks it. What I'm going to say is, wow, that was one of the things that I noticed when I took a look at it also. Well, let's say that he says, man, I love the fact that it's in the health and wellness industry. You know what, Gordon? That was one of the things that I noticed when I took a look at it. Well, I love the fact that you can make money from home. Wow, that was what, you guys get the picture. Whatever they say, I noticed that also when I took a look at it. Okay? Then I'm going to ask him, well, let me ask you a question, Gordon, on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being that you have no interest in really taking advantage of this. 10 that you're ready to go. Where would you say you are? Ladies and gentlemen, if he says I'm a 1 to a 4, I'm going to ask him to become a customer of mine. Okay? If he says that he's a 5 or a 6, what I'm going to do is still ask him to become a customer, but what that's saying to me is that he needs a little more exposure. So what I'm going to do, if he listens to the call, now I'm going to put him on the website and schedule another follow-up time. Okay? Or I may put him on one of the training calls, or I may invite him to do a sit-down or to a coffee and jazz mixer. I like to do this first. Let them take a listen to a call or see the website presentation first before particularly inviting them to a coffee and jazz mixer. Why? Because if they hear the call and they show up at your mixer, they're probably going to get in. They're just coming for maybe a little bit of confirmation, just to actually meet a few other people and just get some more clarity on what they heard, okay? But he's actually heard that. He says I'm about a 7. 7 to a 9 means it's time for a 3-way call with your plugged in expert. Here's the thing about a 3-way call. This is why it's super important to do it between you and the person that you're talking to. It's kind of like this, guys. This is you. This is your prospect. And this is the expert. Between you and your prospect, there may be a little trust, but they may not respect your business. Okay? Between the prospect and the expert, there's not trust yet. But based off of the way that you edify your expert, it builds respect. The way that you edify your expert is going to put the respect. You already have a little bit of the trust that's there. Okay? So now when you're getting ready to do a 3-way call, there are 4 things that must be said in that conversation. You always want to let them know that the person that you're doing the call with loves to have fun. They know the facts. They truly have a heart for helping people, and they know how to make money. Okay? So say that I'm actually going to do a 3-way call with Gordon. He says he's an 8, has 1 or 2 questions. Great. This is how the conversation will go. Say I'm going to do a 3-way call with Mr. Oliver. What I would do is say, hey Gordon, scale of 1 to 10, he said I'm about an 8. Great. What I would like to do now is put you on the phone with someone I have a lot of respect for, Mr. Oliver. This gentleman has been in the industry for over 26 years, in which over 25 he's been retired. Mr. Oliver has actually been featured in multiple Success Magazine, Fortune Magazine, and of course he's actually featured in our own Gold Standard magazine for the company. Mr. Oliver actually wears a ring that signifies in the last 12 months alone, he personally has earned anywhere from $500,000 to a penny shy of $1 million. So as you can see, Mr. Oliver knows how to make money, truly has a heart for helping people, loves to have fun. Okay, you guys see where it's going? And so at that point, Mr. Oliver is extremely busy, but he did tell me that if I came across somebody like you who was pretty sharp and dead serious about taking advantage of this, he'd take a few minutes of his time to talk to him. Let me see if I can get Mr. Oliver on the phone. And what I'm going to do is call Mr. Oliver, call the person that you're going to do the 3-way with. And I'm going to let him know ahead of time, Mr. Oliver. Actually, when I put Mr. Gordon on the call, I'm going to let Mr. Oliver know that I have a possible 3-way for him. Okay? I'm going to let him know. When I do the 3-way, I'm going to let him know, Mr. Oliver, Gordon liked the fact that it's already a product that's highly consumable, which is coffee. Everybody drinks it. And he's an 8. And at that point, Gordon, here's Mr. Oliver. Mr. Oliver, this is Gordon. Notice I always call the plugged-in expert Mr. or Miss. I always call the prospect by their first name to put that respect that's there. Once I do the introduction of the 2, hit mute and do not say anything else. Your expert will know how to handle the call from there. Okay? Well, guys, again, we're playing an adult game of PS3. Hopefully this video has helped you out a little bit with how to pique someone's interest, how to share some information, and how to do a 3-way call. And again, guys, remember, this is easy, this is simple, it's just coffee.